Now entering Apocalypse. Apocalypse break a leg. No! What up, big kids? Here's my big review of X-Men Apocalypse. This is a non-spoiler review, so don't worry, I won't give out anything. I might do a spoiler review later on. But yeah, X-Men, welcome to die! It's the Apocalypse, yes, for X-Men. Now, I've been wanting to see Apocalypse in the X-Men movies for a long time, and I'm so happy they finally got to this. And Apocalypse is a very convoluted character. Even in the X-Men 90s cartoon, which I first found out about him, it was always like, well, okay, he's like immortal, Egyptian, he has these powers, he can grow, and it's very convoluted in the comics. So the way that Oscar Isaac playing Apocalypse and the way that his character is, it's the best they could do for such a character that has such a weird comic history. It's like, just look up his history. It is so freaking weird. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, the whole thing in the intro of the movie gives a little bit backstory about Apocalypse, that they transfer his power, and he has his 4 horsemen, which was really cool. They protect him, but he's betrayed, and then he's pretty much buried for many years up until 1983. By the way, I love that this movie takes place in 1983. That's the year I was born, so I was probably about to be born when this movie takes place. So, anyways. And there's a lot of great 80s references that I love, especially Return of the Jedi. Oh my god, that was so great. 2 back-to-back Marvel movies that have Star Wars references. I absolutely love that. Anyways, yeah, the story, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. There's been mixed reviews going around, but I have to say, as an X-Men fan, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I think this is definitely one of the best ones that have been out there, considering the plot and the cast. I think, you know, we've had a lot of great comic book movies this year, and this one definitely shines in the way that you have such a great cast, especially like with Civil War having a big ensemble, and then this one having a big ensemble. I think Bryan Singer did a really great job balancing all these different characters. X-Men have always had that issue with so many characters and giving this character time to shine with the others. But let's focus on the main characters. Of course, James McAvoy kills it as Professor X. I love Patrick Stewart, but James McAvoy is definitely getting up there with me loving his portrayal. But I have to say, Michael Fassbender's Magneto, wow. I've said this for a while. I actually prefer his Magneto over Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen's Magneto was great, but this Magneto has so much depth, and his character arc in the movie is sad, and you can see why he is the way he is. And it's such a great performance. I really want Michael Fassbender to play Magneto until he can't play him anymore. I want it to be like Hugh Jackman, where he plays him for like another 15 years. And Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. Mystique's character is interesting. I like Jennifer Lawrence as an actress, but I feel like she's at that point because she won the Oscar and she's such a big star that they kind of wrote Mystique's character in a way where it's like, okay, they explain why she's not blue most of the time, but at least Rebecca Romijn was pretty much blue for most of the time she was Mystique, except for when she needed to, you know, camouflage herself as a human. But like, I don't see why Mystique would look like Jennifer Lawrence throughout this movie. But yeah, so that did annoy me a bunch. And also Nicholas Hoult as Beast, which I love his Beast also. But yeah, he is Beast. They also explain why he's also in human form, which makes a little sense, you know, considering the Beast is a beast in his blue beast mode. You know, so I can understand he doesn't want to be in beast mode more than Mystique, mutant and proud, doesn't want to be all blue, especially when so many people admire her as a blue Mystique. And she finally gets to that side towards the end of the movie. But yeah, it just, you know, Jennifer Lawrence, I just don't like the makeup, but I want to just look like Jennifer Lawrence. It's like, whatever. But that's a big nitpick. Yeah, so you know, Oscar Isaac's Apocalypse was great. I love him as an actor. I think he was really good. I don't think he is as intimidating as he could be, but definitely a force to be reckoned with. I feel like Michael Fassbender's Magneto still the more focused, the more in-depth character. Magneto was just like, you know, just there to cleanse the world and blah blah blah. You know, so nothing too outrageous there. It was great to see Rose Byrne's return as Moira, looking great. And seeing her back, I saw Neighbors 2 last week and seeing her in X-Men, so she's definitely been playing the MILF back to back. And Evan Peters is Quicksilver. If you love that Quicksilver scene in X-Men Days of Future Past, you will even love this scene is even better in X-Men Apocalypse. It's amazing, and yeah, he is great. I'm as much as I love Quicksilver and Age of Ultron, I can see why people prefer this Quicksilver from Days of Future Past and then Apocalypse, and I can't wait to see more of him. Oh yeah, by the way, I have to say, definitely MVP in this movie, Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. I love Jean Grey. It's so great to see her return, and there's such a big thing in this movie I won't give away, but if you're a big fan of Jean Grey, you will absolutely love. And Sophie Turner, and like, I just feel like anytime she was, being badass, I just felt like she was defending the House of Stark, like for Ned, for for all her family members that she lost and everything, for her mom and Rob and everyone. So, but that's just because I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Yeah, we see Lucas Till as return as Havoc, who is great. Cody Smith McPhee as Nightcrawler. I'm a huge Nightcrawler fan. To see him return and the way he's portrayed in this movie makes me so happy. Just like in X-Men 2, it's totally spawned Nightcrawler. He's German, he has his accent, he's religious. He is just so great, and the Nightcrawler scenes, I love Nightcrawler. For the Horsemen, I really love that Adriana's ship's Storm, and seeing Storm with the Mohawk was badass. The other, besides Magneto and even Storm, the other 4 Horsemen don't really get that much time to shine. They have some cool moments, but they don't have much character. I love Angel, who becomes Archangel, and they kind of touch upon his wing thing, why he becomes Archangel, which is cool. But I really wish that we got more why because he's supposed to be a rich kid, and why is he not, unless he was kicked out of his house because he's a mutant now. So that's one theory. And then for Olivia Munn, I met Olivia Munn back in the day, back when she was in G4, and she had some badass scenes, but she pretty much only has a couple lines and just poses as Psylocke. I mean, we got more Psylocke than we did in X-Men 3, but that's not saying much, so. And, but yeah, the X-Men were great. Oh yeah, I gotta say, like, Ty Sheridan's Cyclops. Great to see Cyclops being so badass and returning. So, seeing Cyclops and Jean return after so long, except for their cameo in Days of Future Past, I was really happy about that, so. But yeah, if you're a huge X-Men fan like me, you'll be really happy with this, unless like you're super nitpicky. But as a summer action film, and as an X-Men fan, especially like Bryan Singer's X-Men movies like X-Men, X-Men 2, and Days of Future Past, you'll love this. So with that said, I give X-Men Apocalypse a 4.5 out of 5. It wasn't perfect, it was close to being it. It's just like some little issues here and there, like with Mystique and a few other things with some characters, but I absolutely enjoyed it. Like I said, I think between Deadpool and X-Men Apocalypse, Fox is doing pretty good with their characters now. Fantastic Four, give it back to Marvel, but X-Men, Fox can keep for now. But hopefully one day we can see an Avengers vs. X-Men movie. That'd be amazing. So yeah, what do you guys think of X-Men Apocalypse? Did you see it? Let me know in the comments below. Try not to give us too many spoilers for people who haven't seen it. But yeah, for more, check out my website at SeanLooksLong.com. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I'm Sean Long, where I live long and love life. Hey Finn, what did you think of X-Men Apocalypse? It was exciting, it was excellent, it was extremely excellent. And always remember to be excellent to each other.
It's now the age of Apocalypse. But I think Age of Ultron is better. Age of Ultron, huh? It was like the week of Ultron. Your costume is weak, you look like Ivan Ooze.